For the longest time, when you said 3D printing, people's minds went to one place: plastic trinkets and little toys. But what if I told you that whole reputation is completely, totally outdated? Today, we're going to dive into how these machines have transformed from simple toy boxes into powerful, honest-to-goodness toolboxes. I mean, really think about it. What if that machine sitting on your desk wasn't just for printing another cute little octopus? What if it could create genuinely useful, high-strength, and complex items that could actually change the way you live and work?
For example, check this out. One creator built a massive, fully functional camera jib, the kind they use in professional film studios. Instead of paying $10,000 for one, he printed it himself. This project is the absolute perfect jumping-off point for our journey.
All right, so let's get this straight. To really understand the new world of 3D printing, we have to stop seeing them as toy makers. We need to start seeing them for what they've truly become: powerful tools for fabrication, for making real stuff. This quote from the camera jib's creator just says it all. We so often write off 3D printing thinking it's not strong enough or not precise enough. But projects like his prove that, hey, that's just not true anymore. Even affordable, consumer-grade printers can now produce parts for serious mechanical applications. The game has well and truly changed.
And maybe the best part of all this is that this incredible power has become surprisingly accessible. The financial barrier to entry, which used to be this huge wall, has pretty much just vanished.
Just let that number sink in for a second. $250. For as little as $250, you can buy a printer today that would have felt like something straight out of science fiction just a few years ago. It's wild. And for that price, you are not getting some basic, stripped-down model. We're talking about machines with multicolor printing, built-in filament dryers to keep your materials perfect, touchscreens, and cloud access. I mean, these were premium, high-end features just a couple of years ago. Okay, so what if you can stretch the budget just a little bit more? Well, this is where things get really, really exciting, especially for anyone who's looking to make truly functional parts, right? At that $500 mark, you start getting printers with advanced designs like Core XY, which basically means much higher printing speeds. They often come fully enclosed, and that part is key. An enclosure is what unlocks the ability to print with serious engineering-grade materials, like heat-resistant ABS, tough-as-nails nylon, and even high-strength polycarbonate. This is your toolbox.
But look, a great printer is just one piece of the puzzle. To really unlock its potential, you have to tap into the entire ecosystem of materials, software, and tools that has absolutely exploded around modern 3D printing.
The innovation in materials alone is just perfectly captured right here. Someone saw these massive amounts of plastic waste from discarded nylon fishing nets and had this incredible idea. See, nylon is a strong, expensive engineering material. So why not recycle that waste into high-performance filament? Genius.
And it's not just recycled nets. You can now print with filament made from old plastic bottles, wood filament that's literally derived from olive pits, plastics infused with Teflon for low-friction parts, and even food-safe materials so you can create custom kitchen gadgets. The possibilities are just about endless.
Now, to use these advanced materials, you need to know this one crucial term: hygroscopic. It's a fancy word that just means the filament loves to suck moisture right out of the air, and that moisture can totally ruin your prints. This is why tools like filament dryers, which you now find built right into even entry-level printers, have become so essential. The ecosystem isn't just about hardware. It's also about software, and the community has clearly, loudly spoken. Instead of using dozens of different lockdown programs, makers have rallied around powerful open-source software like OrcaSlicer. Now they're demanding that new printers work with it right out of the box, and that's creating a unified and way more powerful experience for everyone.
So, you've got the printer, you've got the materials, you've got the software. What's the real payoff here? It's the ability to solve tangible, everyday problems by creating things that are perfectly, and I mean perfectly, tailored to your life.
This journey is a perfect example. After losing a pair of expensive, ill-fitting custom earplugs, one maker took matters into his own hands. He used an at-home kit to mold his ear, 3D scanned it, and then printed custom molds to cast his own perfect-fit silicone earplugs. The total cost was just pennies. This is what personal manufacturing is all about.
And this idea of custom solutions can scale up massively. Take Gridfinity,
a completely open-source 3D printable organization system. It lets makers create a hyper-organized workshop where every single tool has its own perfectly designed little home.
Ultimately, your printer becomes a universal problem solver. You can fix that broken bracket on your furniture, print a custom hook for your kitchen, or create the exact piece of hardware you need right when you need it. No trip to the store required.
So we've seen how practical these machines are for everyday life. But what about the cutting edge? Let's look at the new frontier for hobbyists who want to push the absolute limits of performance.
For anyone chasing that ultimate performance, there are really two main paths you can take. You can buy a polished, ready-to-print machine that works great right out of the box. Or you can go the DIY route and build your own hot rod printer from a kit, like a Voron. Yeah, it's a longer build, for sure, but it offers infinite customization, and it's often cheaper to get started. And what does that high performance get you? Well, you can print parts strong enough for something like this. A high-powered custom Nerf blaster that uses engineering-grade carbon fiber nylon composites for incredible durability and performance that you could never, ever buy in a store.
And this brings us right back to the core idea. Once you start creating these complex, robust, and genuinely useful things, it completely changes your perspective. It moves you from just consuming products to creating your own solutions.
We've seen that modern 3D printers have truly evolved from toy boxes into toolboxes. They're accessible, they're powerful, and they're supported by a massive ecosystem that empowers you to fix, create, and innovate. So the only question left is, with this power right at your fingertips, what will you make?